Right here at the DFW airport, checking out this new scanner machine, the LEIDOS. I've heard about this, like, implementing new machines in the airport, and I did not feel comfortable going through this scanner machine with the new technology and whatever kind of radiation or whatever kind of frequencies are being emitted. So I opted for the pat down. And I got a crazy situation that just happened. It involved police force, the calling of police force. Here, I'm going to move to an area. Here, I'm over here in the airport, about to board my flight, and I'm visibly shaking right now and traumatized from what just happened to me. And I want to document this situation to which TSA overstepped their boundaries. TSA standing for total sexual assault. Totally just reamed me because I was asking questions about the new technology and the new scanners. And then also I was questioning them about their procedures of putting their hands on my body. So literally just standing up for myself and protecting the sanctity of my body, which apparently is not allowed. You don't have any rights in America, guys, if you can't even stand up for yourself and say, I don't like this. And literally, that's all I did. I'm going to sit down here. Let me see if I can flip this cameras. I don't think I can flip it, so I'm just going to speak like this. So I went through the screening process, and they pulled me to the side as usual. And, they said, here's what we're going to do. We're going to use the back of our hands, and we're going to touch your inner thighs. We're going to touch your groin. We're going to touch your ass. You're going to touch all these areas of your body. And I'm just like, okay, this is just ridiculous, guys. Here, I got a solution here. I just thought of it. I was thinking of it this week. I'm like, why don't the TSA offer an option to strip your clothes down so they can just look at you? So they don't have to touch you. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people out there, including me, have trauma from things that happened to them as children. All right? I've been sexually assaulted by boys, by men, when I was little, inside a church one time, in the school, and in my neighbor's house once. Growing up as a little kid, freaking 10 years old, 8, 9, 10 years old at church. Remember a dude pulling his freaking whole pants down and trying to get me to touch his wanker. You know what I mean? So, like, crazy things have happened to several people, and this type of thing is not, I don't take it lightly. So I just basically protested it. I said, look, I think that's crazy that you want to touch me everywhere. So he goes, would you like to go in a private room? I was like, oh, even more inappropriate, but let's go in privacy. Okay, cool. Well, how about this? Why don't we make it really uncomfortable, and how about I just drop my pants for you? How about that? Would that satisfy your need to touch me? Can you just look at me and just see in my underwear that I don't have a bomb? Because if it's about searching for weapons, guns, bombs, whatever, fluid, fuel that would ignite a bomb, whatever kind of thing they think people have on them, well, shouldn't your eyes be the one to tell you if you can see something that's there? So why do they search bags? Because they're looking through their eyes, right? It's not their hands that tell them it's there, it's the eyes. The scanner looks through it. The x-ray machine looks, you're looking at things in the bags. So why do they got to touch your genitals and your groin? It makes absolutely no sense. So I protested it. And I made those motherfuckers feel so uncomfortable while they were doing it. And they got mad because I simply asked questions. Why do you have to touch me? Why can't you just look at me? I'll happily drop my pants here, wearing underwear, and they went fucking berserk. They went and called the DPS cops, and I got 3 police officers surrounding me at the airport in front of everybody. And they're like, if you don't let us touch you and do this screening test, you're going to be banned from flying for 5 years. All right. So I was like, that's absolutely ridiculous. I don't consent to you touching me. Why can't you just look at me? And I presented that to them. I said, look, you guys are being totally unruly, inappropriate, and unprofessional. I'm being professional and politely declining. I'm politely asking you questions. Why do you have to touch? Oh, that's just my job. I'm just doing my job. And to our other passengers that are flying, coming by, and this one douchebag, he's like, oh, just get it over with and just let them do their jobs. I'm like, yeah, buddy, you don't know what the hell's going on. You go ahead and just get on your flight. You just do what you're told, slave. He's like, oh, ho, ho, I know who you voted for. Trying to say that I voted for Trump or whatever. I'm like, I don't vote because I ain't a slave. I don't play that game. So go ahead and get on your plane, you sheep. Get out, go over there, do what you're told. File on the train cars, and get in the gas chamber. Yeah, do what you're told, you slave. Get the fuck out of here. So this dude was trying to talk shit to me while the police are surrounding me. I'm visibly shaken and visibly in tears about what's about to happen to me. I'm being threatened that I'm going to get kicked out of the airport and arrested if they don't sexually assault me. Are you fucking kidding me? If they don't put their hands on my groin, if I don't let them, and I don't even like it, because that's what I was just telling them. Look, I'm not denying you guys anything. I'm just asking questions, and I'm telling you that I don't feel safe and I don't feel comfortable right now. So then I asked the police to step in. I was like, I hope y'all are recording this because I want y'all to record this entire situation. So 3 officers surrounding me, recording the entire thing. All right, so the first guy puts his hands up and down my groin, around my legs, around my ass, all the stuff, right? He has his gloves on, and he's explaining what he's doing, and I'm just telling him, it doesn't matter what you say, man. You're violating my genitals right now. You're violating my body autonomy, and I do not consent. I do this under duress because you're forcing me to, right? Because the cops are standing right around me. And then he takes his gloves off and puts them in his little machine, and the alarm goes off. Woo, 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 red alarm. He's got residue on the gloves. I'm like, oh my God. So now the supervisor had to step in. It's getting real dramatic. Customers and passengers, people getting on planes are just standing around watching. And the alarm goes off. So the other guy comes, well, now I'm going to have to use the front of my hands. And now I'm going to have to touch everything with the front of my hands. I'm like, oh, great. That's amazing. Where did this alarm come from? Magically appeared? Oh, what kind of residue is it? Oh, bomb. It could be anything. It could be bomb residue. It could be, you got to be shitting me, over a fucking imaginary terrorist situation that never fucking happened. And 9/11 was an inside job. There was never terrorists. They never found any weapons of mass destruction. Never. It was a full-on psyop false flag attack, right? So there was no need for any of this stuff, and then everybody's just blindly accepting it, blindly going along with it. Well, like that one fucking dead-ass sleeping sheeple of a douchebag that walked by and ridiculed me for standing up for my rights. What a fucking dickhead he was. What a dipshit, right? Just do what you're told. I'm like, okay, just like Nazi Germany, right? Just the Jews and all the people that they rounded up, just round them up and go into the gas chambers and go take a shower, right? Just do what you're told, right? So I just told him that. Basically, so the other guy, the new guy, starts touching me everywhere. And the whole time I was screaming pretty much, I don't consent. I don't consent. I do this under duress. I'm under duress right now. I don't consent. I got 3 officers with guns surrounding me, and I got a man sexually assaulting me right now, touching my groin. How does it feel? Does that turn you on? And I was like even making a joke out of it. Cue the Marvin Gaye music, right? You know, cue the sex music, come bring it on, right? And then the other supervisor, the higher ranking one, comes out, and he's the one that got in my face, right? He's looking at me. If you don't listen to me right now, I'm kicking you off this flight. You're not getting on your flight. So this motherfucker threatened to ban me from flying for 5 years because I wouldn't let them comfortably do their job. And my whole point is, we should all be standing up and rising up and making a fuss of this type of treatment. We shouldn't be letting people touching us and groping us like this. And that shouldn't be our option. You either choose option A, get radiation, some kind of frequency of some kind of a technology that we don't know what it's doing to us and damaging your DNA and your cells in your body, or get groped and get touched by somebody you don't even fucking know. That's not even a medical professional. Right? Since when do people get to touch your body that aren't a medical professional? See, it doesn't make any sense. They're wearing a freaking badge, and they put this badge on them in a blue shirt. They act like they got some authority, but these dudes that are doing it, they're all fat, they're all overweight, they all look crazy unhealthy. None of them take care of themselves, and they're letting these people have a ticket and a pass to touch you. And here's one of them right now. Like I said, I just said fat and overweight. Here's one of them right now. You know what I mean? Totally out of shape, totally out of shape, totally don't care about their health. And I'm over here protesting the touching of my genitals, and they're yelling at me because I'm standing up for my rights. So just wanted to make a video of it. This is some bullshit happening right here in America. I protested the whole time. One of the officers was a Marine, just like me, and I told him, look, man, yeah, I fought for this country. I fought for you. I fought for your children. I protected you all. And to get treated like this in the airport, to be threatened to get kicked off my flight because I won't let you touch my genitals, it's fucking bullshit. And then I started telling everybody, I started yelling at people, you guys need to start standing up for your rights, because we're just letting them walk all over us and giving away our freedom like nothing. And now people are just blindly going through these body scanner machines and getting groped like this, and they're not saying anything. So my challenge is for you to start saying something, because what's next? Getting absolutely butt naked and then them putting things up your rectum just to find that there's no bombs on you? I mean, what's next? What are we going to allow? What will you allow? And that's where we are. We're here where we are because people have allowed it. And people need to stand up and wake the fuck up and stand up for your rights, because we're losing them. This is America, land of the free, home of the brave. Bullshit. There ain't no brave people here no more. I'm like the last man standing. And then I'm getting mocked for being brave and standing up for my rights. What the fuck kind of a country is this? You know what I'm saying? So like, this is tyranny and oppression 101, and I fucking let people know that this is some bullshit. Y'all need to start standing up for your rights. But that's my testimony here. I got the full police body camera. It shows the absolute absurdity of what just happened here. So yeah, I'm gonna subpoena that video, and I'm gonna be pressing legal charges against the supervisors that absolutely yelled at me, belittled me, and were totally unprofessional in front of everybody when I asked to go to a private room, and all I did was simply say, how about I just drop my pants? How about I just drop my pants and you just look at me? Wouldn't that satisfy your need to find a bomb? Because wouldn't you just see it? Does it make any fucking sense, y'all? Think about it. They want to touch your body, and I offered them a better solution so you don't have to feel through my clothes. You can actually look at me in my underwear, and they refused that. They wanted to touch my groin. They wanted it so badly that they called the police to force me to get sexually assaulted. You see what I'm saying? And we're allowing sexual assault. I don't give a fuck what you call it. We're safety measures and security. It's sexual assault, y'all. Wake the fuck up. This is some bullshit.